Good morning, everyone. Welcome to EWN. Welcome to a wonderful meditation with our beautiful Keira Lani. And most of you are familiar with her. If you're not, you're in for a real treat. She's going to do a meditation today on the Prosperous healer. And like she says, we all want to heal everybody. We're healers, but there's no reason for us not to also be prosperous healers. So she's going to go over that with everyone. And I hope you enjoy her as much as I have enjoyed her. And then afterwards, we'll talk a little bit more about what she does in the world. I do know that she does a lot. She's in a lot of, we have a little bit of a message here from YouTube, so we're on YouTube too. But anyway, so we'll let her go and we'll let her have her meditation. I have to be honest, we both kind of forgot about it. So she's amazing. She was able to put it together at the last minute. So we love you all and please enjoy. And Keira, I'm going to let you take it away. I'm going to put you on speaker. As soon as I get, there you go. You are ready to go.
Thank you so much, Jean. Hello, everyone out there. It's so nice to be on the Enlightened World Network with the family today. And I was doing a little Bible study this morning with a dear friend of mine. And we were talking about a Bible verse. It's, I believe, Matthew 25 is where this verse is found, where Jesus uses a parable of the talents. And the Lord gives three servants talents, meaning money in this context. In the Bible, when they say talents, they mean money, but I love using it as a metaphor for the God-given gifts that we all are given in this life. And so in the story, three servants are given three different amounts of talents depending on their abilities. So one is given 5, one is given 2, and one is given 1. And the one who's given 5 comes back and says, "Oh, look, I have these 5 talents you gave me, and I have made 5 more from them." And the one who was given 2 says, I have the 2 talents you gave me, and I have 2 more. So these first 2 servants doubled what they were given, and they were told, "Go off and continue your good works and continue to multiply your talents." And the third servant, who was given 1 talent, said, "Oh, Lord, I was afraid of losing this precious talent that you gave me. So I buried it in the earth so that it could return to you." And this servant was banished and punished for neglecting to utilize the talents that he was given. And so often we think that we are given talents so that we can give them away. And really, we're given talents so that we can multiply them, so that we can spread them around to as many as possible, as many corners of the earth as possible. And so I wanted to really drop into our meditation today to really connect to what have you been given based on your particular abilities. How can you multiply that to prosper on all levels so that you can really fully be of the highest service that you came into this life to be? And I was also cleaning my home today. Another thing that came up is a reminder in this story is a reminder that when we take care of what we have, it multiplies. And so this can be as simple as the rituals of making your bed every day, of washing the dishes after you eat. When we take care of what we have, then we are worthy of giving, of getting more and taking care of that. And we're able to hold more and take care of more. And so, in the process of taking care of my physical space here, I uncovered a gift that I was given by my cousin and her children that I feel goes really well with this story and this meditation. They gave me this nautilus, which is split into two halves. And this really symbolizes for me a few things here. So there's a unification. We feel separate from God. We feel separate from our purpose sometimes here in life. And really, it is like the two halves of this nautilus. We are one. And all we have to do is really call in that reflection, that mirror of who we truly are, to be connected fully with these God given gifts that will allow us to prosper on all levels. And it also represents to me this idea of multiplying those gifts, of how the one becomes two, the two become four, the four become eight, and so on. Whatever you touch grows, whatever you nurture grows, whatever you touch will expand, will reveal itself, will express its beauty. So that was a little longer explanation than I sometimes give for my meditations, but I really wanted to drop you into where this meditation is coming from before we begin. So you can really remember you always have that direct connection to the true source, to the creative power, the creator of all that is, that we are a part of and is within, without, and all around. So, with that, let's drop in together. Find your comfortable seat. Soften your gaze or close the eyes and connect with the breath. Just take a moment to witness the breath entering and leaving your body without trying to change anything. Just witness the amazing power of the breath that is your life. Each time the breath enters your body, it is the energy of life. Each time it leaves your body, it connects you to that piece of how you serve life. So begin to just witness the breath in this way, as if each and every breath, because it is, were a precious gift, the gift of life that is given to you in each and every moment. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to decide to breathe. Your body just breathes. And with each exhale, visualize the out breath as an offering of service from your heart to the world, to the creation, to God. As you witness the breath, notice if there's any part of your physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual being that has not been touched by the breath, that has not been touched by your consciousness in a while. Send the breath to this area and allow yourself to receive a little more fully this precious gift of life, expanding the breath from the core of your heart outward to every part of your physical, emotional, and mental experience of being, as if being filled with the Spirit, expanded by the Spirit, nourished in every pore of your being, nourished even into the spaces between the molecules of your being. And as you allow yourself to be filled with this spirit, this infusion of spirit with the breath, this inspiration, feel how the edges of your being are connecting with this greater being, the greater consciousness that is your connection to God, Goddess, the infinite consciousness within, without, and all around you. Continuing to connect the breath to a balancing of giving and receiving. Receiving the precious gift of abundance that comes always from the true source on the breath into your beingness. Offering that energetic gift back towards the greater good of all in service to the creation, the creator, and all life. And now allow yourself to witness a special gift that is unique to you flowing in on the next few breaths. Allow it to come in whatever way, whatever symbolism is meaningful to you right now. What is the unique gift or gifts that you have been given to carry for this life? What do they look like? How does it feel to carry them? How do you express them on your out breath? So the in breath is witnessing the unique gifts that you have been given to carry. The exhale is witnessing how you naturally express these gifts into the world. And as you witness these gifts, again, however they show up symbolically to you, whatever thoughts, ideas, or actions are coming in, pay attention. And I invite you to really connect to what is the work, the Dharma that you have been given for this lifetime. What is the on the ground action that will multiply these gifts and spread them out into a greater service? And now we're going to come into the energy of money and the sense of worth that we place around our gifts, our connection with God, and our service to the world. recognizing that the energy of money and money itself physically is symbolic about how do we value this life? How do we value our own self, our gifts that we can give to the world? How do we allow ourselves to give and receive value? Just take a moment to notice and recognize, where have you been neglecting your gifts? Have you been taking the actions to multiply what you've been given, to spread it around the planet? What corner of your metaphoric garden is needing more water, needing more sunlight? Perhaps there are areas of your life that need to be pruned away to let in more light so that you can focus on what is truly important. And then that will multiply and grow, be amplified and expanded. Perhaps you've been overextending yourself, giving away all of your gifts without allowing yourself to be nurtured in return. Perhaps you need to overbalance receiving for a time. Build up your stores so that you have something to multiply and spread to the world. Each and every time you come back to nurturing your own life, you have more to give. Let's return to the breath and visualize each inhale, abundance, prosperity flowing to you, the gifts that you have been given in the form of your personal unique talents, the resources, the physical resources, the relationship resources, the monetary resources. Take a moment to really visualize with each in-breath all that has been given to you and is coming to you, flowing in. And with each exhale, visualize the actions that will allow you to multiply these gifts so that there is overflow to spread to others. Remembering the more that you offer others an opportunity to multiply their own wealth, the more sustainable the gift you give is received. Take a moment to really drop into the balance of the breath and how you can duplicate the balance of the breath in each and every action, each and every thought, word, idea, but especially those on the ground actions that you take with each and every day. How can you best utilize the precious life that you have been given? How can you multiply your talents 1,000-fold? Perhaps there's an opportunity that has shown up in your life that you've been afraid to take because you might fail. Whatever opportunity has shown up for you is there for you to seize, take action, and multiply to spread to others. So take a moment to really gather the love, the energy, the support that is available to you when you drop into this direct connection with the true source. Integrate with 3 deep breaths in silence, really tuning into what is yours to hold and carry, and what is yours to share and give. What is not yours at all, but is just flowing through you. Allow yourself to take ownership of what is for you. And this will allow you to give others ownership of what is for them, remembering it all comes from and goes back to the true source. It is but yours to carry for this brief span of time that is a life. How will you honor what you have been given? Will you honor it by prospering, multiplying, expanding, growing? And let's take 3 more breaths, receiving that light from the source that reminds you you are here because you are worthy of these gifts. Whatever you have been given is yours to carry for a time. Honor the gifts by honoring yourself. Receive this sense of worthiness. You are worthy because these gifts come through you from the true source, the infinite consciousness, the creator of all. Now I invite you to take a moment to just return into the room, into your body, move your fingers and toes. Deepen the breath and sigh it out. Take any little movements that help you integrate this experience. Softly open your eyes. If any special wisdom came through for you today, I really invite you to take notes, do some journaling, and keep coming back to this connection, to what is truly important and what is yours to multiply and expand here in this lifetime. Thank you so much for dropping in with me today. Thank you, Jean, for being my gracious hostess here for Enlightened World Network. And you're still muted, my dear.
I'm sorry, I forget that I'm muted. That was wonderful. There are so many points. I always just want to ask so many questions that for one thing, I love your example of the nautilus and the two sides. And you know what it reminded me of is that in the Spanish language, they have a saying, la otra media de mi naranja, which means the other half of my orange. And they usually refer to it as finding your soulmate, you know. But the way I look at it is that's God. We are only half an orange or half a nautilus until we bring God into our lives, or our creator, or whatever you call him, the spiritual side. And then we become whole. And once we become whole, then we can become whole with everything, with the whole universe, the whole world, everybody in it. And that was one point that I really loved. Another one is that if we have talents, if we have them, they need to grow. And I like what you said about sometimes, you know, God wants us to have joy. He wants us to live in joy. But sometimes we have to look at everything in our life and say, is our whole life dedicated to what our talents are, what our gifts are? You know, I don't know how to explain it. You can't have 2 feet, 1 foot in one world and 1 foot in another. So sometimes you have to give up some things to make room, like you said, for all the other blessings and information and the increase in your talents. So I really love that part too. And also the fact that, you know, I unfortunately, I guess, have always thought I've been given whatever gifts I've been given freely, so I should freely give them. But sometimes that's not always true. We should value our gifts because God gave them to us to value. So anyway, now that I said my piece, I want you to tell us all about your activities. I know your Qigong classes and everything are so wonderful. So please tell us how we can get in contact with you and what things you have available for us to grow. Tell us.
Thank you, Jean. Well, you can find me on Facebook and YouTube as Keira Lani. I do work with Gong, Qigong yoga. Gong is my unique blend of Qigong yoga, meditation, self massage, food healing, art, and connection with nature. And I do a lot of work with helping my clients with their own personal healing journey. And recently, I've been working with helping healers to create automated systems to support the financial piece of their journey, because so many of us struggle with that aspect. And so I'm really shifting a lot of my services to helping healers to automate the financial piece of their business, and if it's aligned, bring in other streams of income so that we're not entirely dependent on trading our services for money, which can be a really challenging edge for many. So yeah, you can also check out my website, practiceselflove.com. Hopefully it will be updated soon, but in the meantime, you can follow me, Tree Gong Healer on Instagram, Keira Lani on Facebook and YouTube, and I'm starting to show up on TikTok too, if you all like TikTok.
Good. Wonderful. Yeah, so we've been starting to reach out on TikTok also, and it's been amazing the people who are interested on that particular channel. If any of you are out there, I'm so glad you tuned in. You have made me think a lot about a lot of things. One of them is the value of talents and gifts that you have. So I really appreciate that. And please get on her channels. She has beautiful full moon celebration. She has all kinds of wonderful things on her channel, even doing yoga like exercises, which I love. And so please check her out because she's wonderful. And thank you all so much for being here on EWN. We appreciate you. And I would like to encourage you to please tune into EWN. Look at all the wonderful programs that are here. She's just a good example of one of them, but there's so many. And you'll find something that resonates with you and helps you to grow. So have a very blessed day. Thank you, Keira, and namaste to everyone. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. We love you, and come back for all the meditation days. So thank you, and you, sister, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye. I'm having mouse troubles today. I'm visiting at a beautiful sister's house, and I'm limited to what I can do. So bye-bye, everyone.